Jesus titty fucking Christ, here we go again about cultural appropriation. Give me sweet death, please. Link in bio.
Buy that merch.
Supreme victory!
So you guys already know how I feel about this subject. I made a couple of videos about cultural appropriation. One was like 2 years ago talking about some dreadlocks, and then I made one recently because I had a collab with Victoria X Rave and she has dreadlocks. And I just think this subject is ridiculous, even when it comes to music. I don't see why there's any problem with people who are really inspired or really love a particular genre can't, you know, be in it. They can't make that type of music. I think that's absolutely retarded. And when it comes to Bruno Mars, that's no exception. Like, well, what the fuck? Just let him do what he's doing. Obviously, he's a fantastic musician. He's doing it very well. I don't see the fucking problem with this.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Stop right there!
Cultural appropriating scum. When it comes down to it, cultural appropriation is actually a good thing. You have things like blues that manifested into rock, and then rock manifesting into like hard rock and metal, death metal, whatnot and stuff. It becoming some great stuff. And without that happening, I wouldn't have some of my favorite bands. I mean, even like a band like fucking Nails is a product of just really old school things that have been, I guess you would consider cultural appropriation. I think about even food, for example. There are certain cultures, there are certain people that made a certain style of food, and then all of a sudden it kind of manifested into something else because of other people. I'm surprised that people were having long, drawn out discussions and debates about this, because it should just be, no, shut up. You're being silly.
Because, like, yes, Bruno Mars 100% is a cultural appropriator. He is racially ambiguous. He is not black at all, and he plays up his racial ambiguity to be able to do what Jameer says, cross genres and go into different places. And you guys are bringing up Michael Jackson. Number one, me personally, like, I don't even think that Michael Jackson now in this day and age will be able to get to the point that he got to previously.
Facts.
And a huge part of that is because people have realized that they prefer their black music and their black culture from a non-black face.
You see, people like this person are just misguided and full of fucking hatred. I mean, she already made a video called PSA #YesAllWhitePeople where she tries to explain that all white people are racist. I mean, it's just inherent in you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're the best person ever. You still have racism in you if you're white. And she says shit like, people prefer black music coming from a non-black person. That is so fucking silly. Think about the best rappers. They're okay, we got Eminem, right? But think about all the other best rappers out there. Think about probably the best one out right now, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, do you think that his shit would be better if it was done by a white person or a Puerto Rican or whatever the fuck Bruno Mars is? I think that's such a silly thing. I don't think people give a shit about that on average. I think they give a fuck about the talent, the skill level. How does it actually sound? Is it genuinely good? I mean, that's what really fucking boils down. That's what it boils down to. It doesn't boil down to race. People are gonna bitch about that on the side. People like her are gonna bitch about that. But what people are really gonna care about is when they're listening to the radio, when they're listening to Spotify, when they don't have any type of visual aid. They're just listening, they're hearing, and they hear something that sounds fucking amazing. This sounds really good. They're not interested in, oh, I wonder if this person's black. I wonder if this person's white. I wonder what race this person is. They're just like, who is this person? And I want to listen to more of their music. And then, okay, maybe it happens to be Bruno Mars. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna listen to more Bruno Mars. Or it happens to be so-and-so that happens to be black. I'm gonna listen to this person because it's fucking good music. Like, this is some ridiculous shit, man. This is ridiculous. This is silly. This is such a silly conversation. Like, if it was up to these people that are all about, cultural appropriation, we wouldn't have some fantastic things going on. Even when it comes to Bruno Mars. And think about Mark Ronson and their song Uptown Funk. That is one of the best funk songs. Like, it seriously, arguably one of the best funk songs that have ever came out. It's a fantastic song, and they wouldn't be able to do it. It wouldn't be a thing. And I bet those motherfuckers love that song. But they're just mad that, you know, he's not black or something like that. And I'm like, dude, come on, guys. I really thought we were trying to get past this shit. You know, you can pay homage by making fantastic music. I think that's good enough, don't you think? Like, what else do you expect people like Bruno Mars to do, or people like, you know, Eminem to do? What do you expect them to do? Do you expect them to just not do it and stay in their fucking lane? Like I said, I'll just hammer that point home. Just imagine how things would be if everybody had to stay in their lane according to race. If you couldn't do anything that was outside of your culture, things would be fucking retarded. The last thing I want to say is that Bruno Mars has even paid homage. He talks about black people being responsible for his success. When you say black music, understand that you are talking about rock, jazz, R&B, reggae, funk, doo-wop, hip-hop, and Motown. Black people created it all. Even salsa music stems back to the motherland, Africa. So in my world, black music means everything. He recognizes that, even though personally I don't think that's really a huge fucking deal. I don't think that's something that's absolutely needed. I think that culture and music could be shared. I think that's one of the best things we can do. Like, people that are actually into multiculturalism and about diversity, they should be celebrating this type of crossover, you know, instead of just kind of trying to squeeze people into a box and say you're black so you can only do this style of music, you're white, you can only do this style of music. That would be stupid. That would totally fuck me, because I'm the type of person that jumps from genre to genre because I love so many different things. I love funk, I love EDM, I love metal, I love hip hop. There are so many different genres that I mess with, and there's so many different types of songs that I've created over the years, just things personally for me. And because I love it, I'm a fan of music. And I think it would be so absolutely ridiculous if somebody were trying to give me shit for crossing over and doing so many different things. Bruno Mars is not culture appropriating black music. He's just doing what he loves, and he's doing it great because he's a talented person. That's it, plain and simple. But I do want to know what you guys think. I want to know if there's anybody who disagrees. And if you disagrees, you know, leave the comments below and I'm going to read them, because I really want to hear this. I've seen what other people have to say and I think they're fucking wrong, but maybe you have a different perspective that I haven't seen yet. But that's it, guys. You have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video.